morning. One moment. I got to sound test myself because I don't know if anyone's going to watch. All right. You might hear echo. I'm just sound testing myself. Sorry. All right. You might hear echo. I'm just sound testing myself. Sorry. Sounds good. All right. So this is my second chance at doing this this live stream. I'm doing it at the end of the month, but today's the first. I tried to do this last night and I aired it. Luckily, no one watched because I had sound problems. I'm using a new program, which I'll talk about, as you can see in the top corner. I had sharing content problems, and I made the decision like 30 minutes after it aired that, nah, just cut it and try again. So this time I got a lavalier mic that I use sometimes when I'm using the DSLR camera. So I'm going to try to use that because my other microphone, this one, it's not working, not working well. So I'm going to try this. Hopefully this works better. It is Saturday morning here in Thailand. Last night was Friday night. I did have some beers for the live stream, which ended up going to waste. So today it's only 9:20. Coffee. 45 baht near the rail market. Very busy down there at the moment. The train just went past. It goes past at 9 o'clock, which you'll get to see on Sunday. Sunday, I have a video from Bangkok, or going to Bangkok, where I'm actually sitting on that train. So it's a sort of a travel day to Bangkok. Very interesting. I get to go on the most cheapest transport I think I've ever been on, 3 bahts. You get to see that. It's fun. It's interesting. And I've got 2 more Bangkok videos coming out next week as well. I've been very busy this month. I've been working hard. Every weekend I've gone away. I started off finishing off that Hua Hin trip, which I think a lot of people have watched. Well, it's got a few people watching it, and that was a really good trip. And then we went to Ratchaburi. Not as many people watched that. I wish maybe go check that one out if you did, because I think that's a really good video. I really like it. Lots of interesting things and places I went. I put a lot of effort into that video. It's funny which videos get views and don't get views. And then we went to Kanchanaburi, which I did 2 videos. I did the night market, which was a cool community, very nice community, very relaxing, very chilled. And then we did and then next day we did the history, the prisoners of war, the death railway mountain, and all that stuff. So it's been a busy month, and the last 2 weekends I've been to Bangkok. I'm actually going to go to Bangkok today, but I'm not going to film anything today. I don't think so. I'm going to do this live video, get ready, and jump on a van to Bangkok. The normal way to go to Bangkok. What you'll see on Sunday is something I won't do it again, but it's an interesting way to get to Bangkok. But I don't think many people would want to do it. So today I'm going to go through what my bucket list was previously, and I've sort of tried to come up with a new bucket list. I achieved my bucket list, finishing my bucket list in 2015. So I think it's time to start a new one. I sort of did one, I think in Christmas, I sort of went over it a little bit fast, but we'll do it again. Also, just went to the market. Got these little snack for breakfast. They're little sweet potato balls. They're okay, not much flavor. 20 baht for a bag full. For eight for 20 baht, which is about 50 cents. One more. All right, so you can see I'm not playing music on my phone. If you saw my live stream last week, I'm using, as you can see in the corner, StreamYard. I'm using the free version. So because I'm using the free version, they can put their logo in the corner, which is fine. Them and Zoom, which is what I wanted to use. I wanted to use Zoom. I couldn't get Zoom to work. I think you got to pay for the option to go live on YouTube. I think so. I think that's why I can't find it. Yeah, option. And both them and StreamYard for a year is about $120 to $140 US dollars, I think. I just can't pay for that. So especially if I'm only doing one video a month at the moment, live video. So I'll just do the free version. They can have the little logo in the corner. I don't care. It's if you guys want to have a try of a live stream, now you know where you can go for free. And the reason I wanted to do it on Zoom is because of my live teaching online when we were during that time. I got a lot of practice using Zoom, sharing content, going through options. So that's why I want to use Zoom. So with StreamYard, it looks similar, but I'm still getting used to the options and where all the settings are. But I can now play music, music I'm allowed to play. I get from Epidemic Sound, which is good. It's better than doing it on my phone. Just have a quick one more sound test. One moment, might be a bit of an echo again. So yeah, last night I did it. Bad sound and sounds good. All right, so this is my okay. Yep. All right, so I just don't want to waste my time again. But I had to make that decision to cut it last night. It was just not good quality. I got to do better quality control of my content to get better, more success, I believe. So that was a sort of not a big decision, but it was a good decision for me to cut it. First, before one video I thought we might just watch before I go through all the bucket lists is this video of Khaosan Rd. I don't know if you've ever been to Khaosan Rd. I've only been during the day, which I filmed this video. And I'm going to show it to you now because I decided to not put it on a video because I filmed this the day after that travel day. You'll see that on Sunday. I filmed this the next day, and I was a little bit hungover, and my head wasn't quite into it. I don't think I tried, but I've decided not to show it again. Quality control. But I'll show you it to you a little bit now, just in case you're interested to see what Khaosan Rd is like. This is during the day. I think it was about midday. Nothing crazy, but we can have a little look. You can listen to my introduction. You can see how hungover I am. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's walk the famous Khaosan Rd during the day. It's now 3 o'clock, so I don't think it's going to be that scary or that crazy. PG. Let's have a look. Good.
Hello, Pad Thai.
Pad Thai, good. Markets, different clothes, different bars. There is Aussie sport happening at the moment, so maybe I will have a cheeky beer before I jump back home to Australia, to my town. Right. Sausages. These some sausages. Looks. I haven't experienced the nightlife here, but one day I will for sure. It's good to see during the day. All right, I'll keep it going, but I'll have a chat to you. So, and then the next week, I've got 2 videos coming out. One video is actually a different street and a very popular street for foreigners. Very popular, a bit more expensive because it is so popular for foreigners. It's got the nightlife, it's got the bars, good pubs, and it's got a lot of the hotels. So I'll show you that street. Very common for foreigners want to stay there sort of short term, long term. So that video will come out next week. And also I go to a park, northern part of Bangkok, which was really cool, actually, really big, and the biggest market in the world, I believe. So those are videos coming out. So now let's get into some bucket lists. This video is almost finished anyway. We'll wait for the video to finish. Let me add some music to it. Very cool street. Don't know if I can turn the music down. Oops. Sorry, still learning. I don't think I can turn the music down, so this will be a test for my sound. But yeah, this Khaosan Rd was really good. A lot of smell of weed. Very relaxing. A lot of different pubs. Very massage parlors, tattoo parlors, tattoo saloon. All right, I think that's not streaming very nicely, so we'll give that a miss. I actually had my first haircut in Thailand the other day, so 100 baht, so cheap, and he took so much time, too much time. I wanted to be in and out within 20 minutes. It took probably an hour. He did all of that. He did all the blades and stuff like that, and then he even shaved me, which just saved me time. But 100 baht, so what's that? A couple of dollars, $3-4 for a haircut. He's done a good job. He put a lot of effort into it, and to shave me for $5, $300-400 baht, whatever that is these days. Compared to Australia, $30 just for a simple haircut. It was very, very cheap. It was very good. All right, let's start looking at some of these photos. Hopefully this works. This next step I failed at last night. I rewatched the video, and this next step, I've got my phone next to me, is to make sure that this works properly, to make sure I don't stuff it up. That's all about YouTube. You just gotta practice, practice, practice. All right, let's see how we go. One moment. The moment of truth. Do I stuff up again? Oh, sorry, just looking at my phone to make sure it's working. Oh yeah, you see my photo. Nice, nice. Cheers. The video is a bit buffering, yeah. The video of Khaosan. I don't know why that is. I wonder if it's my fault or StreamYard fault. I know with the StreamYard free version, I only can air at 720p, which is not very good compared to what you sort of want. I could do a 7-day trial, but that just means I get to make one good video live stream at 1080p, I think. But then I'm not going to pay for it. So then the next live streams are going to be poor quality. So you might as well just see the same quality always. And hopefully I can get more interesting, use the music better, use the share screen more often, make it interesting. Just give you updates what's happening here in Thailand. Oh, also last week I forgot, I spent 5 minutes in Cambodia. And I'll talk about more of that in a moment, but that's another thing that's been happening. Very busy. I've been very, very busy. All right, so bucket list. So number 5 was to go skydiving. And here I am skydiving. I don't know if you can recognize the island. It's in Central America. Starts with the letter A. It's Aruba. This is Aruba. I went there on a cruise ship, and me and the manager of our team, he organized for a lot of us to go skydiving. Very nervous, very exciting. I think I was more nervous about the plane. And as you can see, it's a very awesome view. And actually in the background, I don't know if it's this direction or the direction we're at now, you can see South America. I think Venezuela, we could see in the distance. Here I am about to launch. We're skydiving. Any bit of fat on you, skydiving will find it. Look at the double chin. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm putting that on YouTube, but it's out there now. And actually the little plane I was more nervous about because I went out with one other person, and the other person got to jump first. And then we had to bring our feet out. And then the pilot asked us to bring our feet back in because he wanted to do another loop or another turn. I'm already shaking at this stage and had to bring my feet back in, do the thing, and then put my feet back out, countdown, jump. I think the free fall was about 7-8 seconds. I don't know if that sounds right. And it was so much fun. It's a crazy experience. I'd do it again, but I'd wear bike pants because the leg area hurt. In the harness, when he puts the parachute up and you're just gliding down, it's really beautiful, but it's a bit painful between my legs. So I'll wear bike pants next time. So that's skydiving. I'd definitely do skydiving again, somewhere more scenic or somewhere as scenic. This was really good. I don't know why. In my head, I feel like Rio de Janeiro would be a good place to skydive. I don't know if it's an option. Going to Brazil is not high on my list to go to, but one day I definitely want to go see it. But for some reason, my mind, skydiving would be Rio de Janeiro. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe because of the beaches, the what was its name, the mountains, the city. I got a feeling it would be really cool. But I don't know if you can skydive in Rio. Number 4 is going to Pompeii in Italy. I was backpacking for 3 months around the Mediterranean, starting in Portugal. I went to Spain, went to southern France, Venice, Slovenia, Croatia, and then finished off another month in Italy. And I love history. I love this sort of European history, especially. And Pompeii, as a kid, I remember watching TV shows and documentaries about Pompeii. It was always high on my list. Pompeii and the Colosseum. Colosseum would also probably be number 4 together if I was to join them together. Very cool to see. It's crazy how this was all hidden under grass and stuff. Beautiful mountains in the background. Very big area. When did I go? I went maybe 2010. So there's plenty of space. It's near Napoli, so I was staying in Napoli and did a day trip to Pompeii. I didn't know where to put these photos in. It's a bit sad, ain't it? But I did it. And this is actually an old brothel, and there's brothel paintings. And I don't know if you have ever seen recently, I saw on social media, I think it's true, at least they found a new painting I think it's in Pompeii or somewhere historic in Italy, and there's this pizza, and everyone's fighting and arguing over what's on the pizza. And some people are saying it could be a fruit, maybe pineapple, which obviously the whole world debate is whether pineapple should go on pizza. So this old pizza maybe had pineapple on it, maybe. I don't know if you've seen that. It's quite funny. Yeah, and also Colosseum. I haven't got photos of Colosseum here now, but I totally recommend. I enjoyed Colosseum, but what I recommend, I don't know if it's still the case, is if you want to go to the Colosseum and get a separate ticket, is to go to the mountain next to it. I should find the name. That ticket also gets you into Colosseum, and it's not as popular. So you go to that place first, get the ticket, check out the mountain. You get a good view of the old town, the old city, the ancient city, and Colosseum, and then go to the Colosseum and you skip the ticket queue. I don't know if that's still the case, but that was the case when I went there. Number 3, going to the pyramids. I got to go to the pyramids twice. Very lucky. Working on the cruise ships, I was a tour escort, which meant I get to go on the tour with the guests and just be a ship representative. So first time I went to the pyramids, it was very overwhelming. There are a lot of people giving you attention. This is the second time I went, and I left my wallet on the bus, and I just had a couple of dollars in my pocket just in case I wanted to buy something. And we paid, I think it was a police officer who was dressed up as a police officer, paid this guy $1 to take all these funny photos. The Sphinx. I know a lot of people find the pyramids underwhelming or not as good. Maybe because all the people giving you a hard time makes the experience not as fun or not as interesting, but such a unique structure and such a unique history. I think it was pretty awesome to see. So old. I just loved it. I don't know if I ever go to Egypt again. Yeah, if I was, I would go to see the Cairo Museum, which recently opened the last couple of years. Yeah, I don't know. And this is an old boat. I don't know. My imagination just goes way crazy when I see this history stuff. Number two is Machu Picchu, and again, luckily I got to go twice, which was good because the first time I went, I was on as a tour escort, and our bus was the last one to leave the ship, and we'll just slow the whole time getting there. Once we got there, the tour guide was giving good information, but 40, 50 guests walking slow, and we got to this next bit and saw this. And I saw my manager, and he said, "Oh, have you seen this area?" I said, "No." "Have you seen this area?" "No." He said, "Go, go, go fast." But I was too late. So luckily I got to go back a year or two later on a different ship. And the place I didn't get to see is this, which is very famous from the movies, Indiana Jones, Transformers. And I got this view. I didn't get to see this view the first time I went. So I'm very lucky to get to go back to do it a second time and to see this. Obviously, I love my movies, so to see this and yeah, very lucky. I didn't have to pay for the trip, so it's something I've always wanted to see, and to get to go free, it's very lucky for me. Inside, there's nothing inside. You wonder what they did with it, how they made it. Very interesting. And number one, can you guess? Is Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu's always been number one for me to go to. Unfortunately, when I decided to go to South America, I was within a month or two decision. I didn't get to do the Inca Trail. I want to do the Inca Trail, which is the hike going into Machu Picchu. I think 3-4 day hike. I never got to do that. So we caught the train for Oletamba and stayed in the town. And then you think from the town to get to see this view, you'd have to do some hiking, but no, there's just a bus that takes you all the way up to this point. So if you're unable to hike or can't hike, you can sort of see this area without walking uphill. The bus takes you to here. I believe they're limiting spots up that way. They're trying to preserve it a bit better. But what you do need to do is pay money, pay for the ticket beforehand to get up to this area, which I'll show you photos from in a moment. I think this is called Huayna Picchu. But you got to pay extra to go up there, or pay the ticket beforehand. Make sure you get that if you're able to do hiking, because then that gets you this view. Incredible, yeah? Amazing. So cool. I look very skinny. This was 2015. This jersey was just after Australia won the Asian Cup, AFC against South Korea. And then the stairs back down. So that was my top 5. Some other things that I really enjoyed doing. I loved my sport, and I'm very lucky I got to go to the 2010 World Cup. And that was awesome in South Africa. I got to see my friends after 2 years living in Canada. I got to see my friends for the first time. We were based in Durban, and about 2,000 Aussies camping on a cricket ground. It was so much fun. The Australian team didn't do very good. I think we lost the first game against Germany 4-0. We got 1 win and 1 draw, so it wasn't too bad. We've had worse World Cups. But that was a good experience. And then I also love the Olympics. I know some people might not like this. A lot of money spent and wasted on Olympics, but some countries done it well. I think Sydney, we used the money well and used the promotion of our city better. Some stadiums we're still using. I think as society, we won't allow the country, our cities, to waste money on if we're going to spend stadiums. I know a lot of people, there's a lot of controversy over that in Australia, but everywhere, same with Canada, the same sort of controversy. I was there for the Vancouver Olympics. I was working in Whistler as a ski instructor. The same sort of craziness before the Olympics start, but once the Olympics start, majority of people just loved it and enjoyed it. I was a ski instructor, and because of a lot of the skiing jobs, they sort of put us on hold. I had to help with some of the volunteer jobs, but I got paid to do it. So I'm just, helping guests check in their tickets, bag checks. I got to work in the athletes' village, and in the athletes' eating room, they would have to store their luggage, store their stuff, and I got to do that. That was pretty cool. I think the only person I recognise, Winter Olympics ain't a big thing in Australia. Is I saw Clive Woodward, the rugby coach, England rugby coach. That's the only guy I recognise. And then to go see the events I paid to go and see the women's halfpipe, and Tora Bright won the gold medal. So I got to see Australia win a gold medal in the Olympics. Then also I got to go to the Winter Olympics in South Korea, 2018. That was good fun too. Went and watched Korea plays Canada in ice hockey. I love ice hockey. Go the Canucks. And obviously Canada are very good at hockey, so they beat Korea, but the atmosphere was very good. Good. Yeah. The Koreans tried very hard, and Australia I didn't see any success at Olympics. All right, and then I've made up a new bucket list. It's not strong, this bucket list, but I sort of said some of these options in Christmas time, and it hasn't changed. I still want to do this stuff. The first 2 are hiking, which is weird because I do hiking, but I don't love hiking. I like finishing hiking. The first one is just to see Mount Everest. I don't want to go up Mount Everest. I don't want, maybe just a base camp, or anyway, just see it. I don't know why. It's a bit silly, ain't it? But I just want to see Mount Everest. And then number 2 is to do the Kokoda Trail, which is a trail that is in Papua New Guinea, which the soldiers had to do, move big weapons and get through. There's a bit of a path there, support the locals. They love rugby league over there. So, I'd like to take some jerseys there, give it to the kids because they love the same sport that I love. So that's number 2. They're both hiking. Number 3 is to go, I need a girlfriend to go there first, is to go to Cappadocia in Turkey. I don't think I said that very well, which is normal. I'm not very good at saying names. Which is where the Stone City and then the hot air balloons go up. But I think that's not a solo place to go. You probably could do it solo, but you want to go with someone. Number 4 is to drive around Australia. If you watch, I like watching the One Pack Wanderers. I got to meet them in Japan when I was in Japan. Very nice couple, and they do really, really good videos. And they've done a huge adventure around Australia from West Side. I think they're up in Queensland now. They've done the whole lot. I think they had to leave the country and come back to keep going. They've done a great job. It's not cheap. I think they're saying about $100 to fill the tank. Australia's a big country, so they've spent a bit of money doing it, but I think they really enjoyed it, which is good. I don't want to do as much as they did. I think I want to start South Australia area, maybe Melbourne, and just get up to Broome. So that's number 4, is to see more of my own country. A bit worried. I don't like snakes. I'm a wimp. Don't like snakes, spiders, sharks. Don't like S's. Yeah. Students. Joking. And number 5, still up in the air. I don't know whether I want to say this after what happened last week, but if it's safe and if it's common, I do actually have shares in the company that's trying to achieve this, and they're doing it just a little bit of shares, like very little money. Is if it's as safe it is to jump in a plane, like in going in a plane, there's plane crashes, so nothing's 100% safe. I would, if I had the money, I would pay to go to space and see Earth from space, if it's done properly. Yeah. After, I'm not going to say too much more after what happened last week, but I would, I would pay for it if I had the money, and it's done properly. What do you think? Would you do it? I'd be nervous, but at least it'd be something I really wanted to do and see. I'd be very nervous. Even like the little planes I talk about doing the skydiving, the little plane, that was like the motion. And then in Peru, I saw the Nazca lines. They see the lines that's been carved into the land, and you're in a little plane with that. And that's the closest I got to motion sickness in a long time. This plane. A lot of people were coming off those little planes sick. A lot of motion in your tummy. But that's my bucket list. So today I'm going to go back to Bangkok just for one day, maybe, and meet some friends. I don't think I'm going to film anything. Maybe I'll take some photos, but I'm not going to film anything. I've worked hard this month, so I've got 2 videos ready for next week, and then I'll have to start planning my next couple of trips. August, I've got my objectives that I want to achieve for videos to be made, which will help me figure out where I want to go. It's a bit hard at the moment, working 5 days a week, trying to get 2 videos made. I've got to be very on it, which is good. It's making me work harder, and it's also making me sort of annoyed at myself also, because I had all that free time. I took 8-9 months off to make YouTube videos, traveling. I probably, I was doing 2 videos a week, sometimes 3 videos a week, but if I worked as hard as I'm working now, I could have done 3 videos every week, and good videos and stuff. But obviously it costs money to do that too. Like going out doing 3 videos a week, you got to pay to do the stuff. So it would have eaten into my budget even more if I was trying to do all that. But maybe I could have got a bit more creative with type of videos I could have made that's not heavy on the budget. But I could have worked a little bit harder on the YouTube, some side hustles and stuff like that. But you live and you learn. I'm enjoying sort of the routine here. Majority of my students are really, really nice. This town's fine. It's not too far from Bangkok. The van, you'll see all the information on this video coming out on Sunday. So please have a watch message. You can write me a private message on Instagram. Some people have found me on Instagram and wrote me messages, and I'll help them out. Or Messenger on Facebook. I do have a Facebook Living MA channel, and you can message me on Messenger if you want me to help you with anything. Please reach out. I'm happy to help. If I don't know the answer, I'll have a go looking for the answer, or try to push you in the right direction. But you're more than welcome to contact me, and I want to help you guys if I can. Enjoy your travels. All right, thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend, and I will go see you guys next time for the next month, end of the month party? Not party. End of the month live broadcast. Hopefully this one was a little bit better. As long as I keep getting better. I think the audio is better. I've got to play with the settings a bit better, but hopefully things went well and improved. All right, see you next time.